Hello, happy Monday. I hope everyone is off to a smooth week. So, today's video is about spirituality and my relationship with God. So, this can easily be like a forever video, but I won't let it run that long. I um I feel like I've always been aware of a higher power. I've always been aware of God. And, I've had my elders tell me, what and who God is in their words from what they've known growing up and also, being involved in church. I went for a little bit when I was younger. I can't really say I got a lot from it, and it could be just like from a kid's perspective. I did not go to church as an adult. Uh, and I also feel like not going did not hinder my belief in God in any way because I've always felt like there's just something like bigger than us as humans walking this earth because there's just too much in this life that can't be explained. There are certain, you know, miracles and wonder and beauty that it can only be felt, you know. And so, like, I've always been aware of something like way bigger than myself. And I will say that I began to put intention behind like cultivating an actual relationship with God through grief, and I might have touched on that previously, but yeah, I leaned on spiritual guidance for a lot of my grieving process, and it has really like just opened my mind to so much in watching that journey of my sister passing from cancer. It really just opened my eyes, and I think just like watching life slowly leave her and experiencing death like that close for the first time, and it was like during her journey, because you have life and death, and then when you have sickness and illness and stuff happening, there's only two things that can happen. They're going to live, heal, and live, or they're going to succumb and die. And so I kind of came to that realization like while she was still here and going through the throes of cancer. And so it was like during that time that I couldn't give my thoughts to people. I had too many deep feelings to write down. I didn't have like the strength to actually physically write all that I was processing in my mind. So it was in like my moments alone, you know, starting like in my car, or I started going to go sit by the water, and I would literally just pour my entire heart out. I released all my words and I trusted that God heard me. And so I feel like, I gave a lot of my grief to God at a time that I really needed someone to talk to. And not necessarily to need a response, but I had to give all of this stuff to someone. And it was relieving. It was soothing. Like I felt 1,000 times better. And I feel like that also allowed my grief not to drag on that long, because I'm not sure, and like this might like go left, but I'm just trying to stay within my heart and in my mind, no matter how it may come across. So let me just try to get this out. We are all in this lifetime, and for some reason, and some of this I won't be able to give words to because I just can't quite explain it the way I need to. But I just have every reason to believe that, when we die, like our bodies are just left behind. But the soul lives on. The soul lives on forever. And I say this for like a few reasons, but there are some things that happen that you just can't explain. And I'm going to say, like, my most recent experience with deja vu, that feeling like when you're doing or saying something and it has played out before. It's like, but it's like how when you are doing this and saying these things in this moment for the first time, but like it feels like this moment happened just precisely just like this before. But when could that have been? So, and I have been aware of deja vu for like forever. I just didn't know what it was. And I'm like, okay, it's just weird. But I've been doing like some reading, just like light reading, because I don't really read too many religious stuff. But I peeked into the Gita, um, and I've been enjoying what I've been reading. It's very relatable, very very relatable. Um, I just my spirituality is just feels so overwhelming sometimes, but it's just so beautifully overwhelming. My life has just changed so much since I started, like, just my healing journey in general. But even after, like, my griefs, like, kind of eased up a little bit, where I just wasn't spending so many days crying and going on, and I could finally smile and then eventually get to looking at pictures and videos, hearing her voice, and further confirmation just like in the dreams that I'm having. And it's like I have never felt so in tuned with myself and with God. And it has like just brought me such peace and such clarity. I often, if not every day, ask for clarity on all things. I just need that from my overthinking mind to just get the word that I can fall back, ease up, get out of my own head and just let it go. Let it go. The biggest thing, and I've even, because it's a process to unlearn, and you don't have to necessarily unlearn everything, because there are some things that you have been taught that can be beneficial. There are some old sayings from our elders that still apply today. And um and even if you like are in between spirituality and religion, that's okay, because there is no right or wrong way or right or wrong path that leads to God and enlightenment. The purpose is to just get there, you know. So for me, yeah, this was the avenue that worked for me, is just to really let go and surrender myself to the Spirit of God. And I it's just like, and that's what I mean. Like, sometimes you just can't explain it. But I say like 2020, COVID happened and we were all like locked down in the house. And then 2021, more of the same. My grief was easing up. And then we have 2022, when I was turning 32. That's just last year. I turned 33 last year. But before my birthday, this is what I'm saying. Before my 33rd birthday last year, I was stuck in like a very bad mental rut. It was one of those things where I was tired of the mundane. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know why. I was still waking up every day and not knowing, what am I supposed to be doing? Feeling like I'm so far behind and just lost. And I remember one night, it was just one of those nights, I was working the night shift at work and I was on my lunch break. And I was just feeling like out of sorts. Like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this. Like, I'm just going to work to pay bills and the same thing over and over and over and over again. It was just like I was just like in a really bad headspace. And I remember sitting on the trunk of my car and like just asking God, like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, this just can't be it. Like, why am I here? Like, what is my purpose? Like, what should I be doing? What should I do next? Like, I was just so lost in my current state that I just didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what direction to go. I didn't know what my next move should be. I just knew that this was not it. This was not life. Like, I can't fathom that this is all there is to it, right? So after that, I was crying, like I was sobbing, like I was just asking for so much help. Like, please just guide me. Like, tell me where to go. Tell me what to do. I need help. I just needed help. I was so lost. And I just didn't know what to do. So it was a little while after that night, and I wrote about it too. And so that was like in December. And so like January came, February came, I turned 33. And I remember sitting outside, just sitting in the sun and just taking a deep breath. I'm like, okay, it's chapter 33. And, I'm open and ready to receive all you got in store for me, Lord. I'm here. It's a new year, it's a new chapter. What you got for me? Kind of thing. And I didn't even do anything because I just really wanted to just change my life. And after that, I took my first therapy session in March, and it has been the wildest ride since then. And my life has literally like had a complete facelift. It has been like so amazing. And there's so many changes. Like, I got approved to go to the day shift. Therapy like opened me up to, having more confidence in myself. We moved from a toxic landlord into this new place that has like so much more natural light, and that's to me looking out the window at the sky. Has so much more natural light. I found like so many different little places. I've started walking my neighborhood, going over to the bridge, going to see state parks, just meditating and praying more. And I started a gratitude journal. It was just so many things. Like, it just it I lived it, but like just looking back over everything, like it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, and I have no one to thank but God for blessing me so abundantly. Like, I still have goals and everything. I still have things that I want to do, but I had to find like the things that can give me joy now. I had to find my joy right now, and I'm telling you, I have never ever been so happy in my entire existence, and I'm just so thankful. I am just so thankful, and I'm so happy, and I'm so blessed. Like, it changed everything. Like, I've been just sitting in more nature and just loving the sun, and uh, it's been everything. It's been everything. And I'm blessed beyond measure. I'm so happy. And things can come with ease. There is just so much to unlock and unlearn in our minds. And it's like, once you get there and once you just let go of so much that does not serve you, and you just allow God to switch on that light inside of you and you just shine. Like, I feel like a lot of us, we are just in so many boxes. We are in so many boxes when it comes to self and how to present ourselves to others and how we relate to God outside of the direction of others, you know? Um, and there are just so many different paths to get to enlightenment, to just embrace all that is around you, to allow God to just come in and take heed and just be. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot of work and consistency and willing to get out of the boxes that we have ourselves in, that society has put us in, that our own upbringing has put us in. So many boxes. So many. Um, and yeah. And like, I feel that when you know who you are and like what kind of person you are, I say a lot of the time that God knows my heart for, people who may feel like my intentions are ill or something that I am saying or doing does not sit right or does not, or can't be accepted or frowned upon or, whatever the case may be. Because also when you seek out God for yourself and healing, it can feel isolating in the sense that, people can no longer relate to you and how you are now versus how you were. And that's okay, because I myself, have had to accept that I am where I am. And everybody, you can say the same for everybody else. They are where they are. There's different levels to this. And I consistently have to tell myself this, for, where I am in my journey and my relationship with God and how enlightenment feels to me and how much it feeds me and how good this is. Of course you want it for everybody. Of course you want everybody to experience this, but just how I took control of my life and my mind and my thoughts and my relationship with God and my healing, the same goes for everybody. So truthfully, all you really can do is to just live your life. You just have to be the example. That's something I have to consistently remind myself, is that sometimes all you can do is just be the example. You can't make this happen for anybody else. This is truly a individual journey, and all you can do is hope and pray that everyone somehow, some way finds their way to God and enlightenment, and really just try to leave it be, because that part is not your purpose. And that's just how I feel about that. So yeah. That is my spirituality journey thus far. I'm so thankful to be right here where I am, and in the ability, in the confidence to share myself like this. I'm just thankful. I would not have been sitting here doing this um, prior to 2022. So yeah, I am. I'm happy. And to whoever gets to the end of this video, I I hope this touches you, and I just want to say I love you. I feel like I just want to say I love you, and I wish you well, and may prosperity and abundance reign on us all in the best of ways. And may we all continue to be blessed. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time.